We have Sandstorm versus Simba. Sandstorm, uncharacteristically, in the loser side of the bracket.
Holy
Very rarely finds himself here.
Though.
I think he's lost to FaZe on a Winter Championship. He's lost to Wrenched at Dallas.
Man.
And now he's lost to Cody Travis here. And that's about it.
And that's the thing,
That's like
though,
literally,
right?
like when I can think of the 3 people that he's lost to in the 3 tournaments total, it's pretty crazy. But being here this early on, as you were saying, the thing
is with Sandstorm is that it's what comes with being on top, right? There was a moment where Boomy was kind of uncontested, the best for a while, and then Sandstorm kind of came in and stole their thunder, and they've been going at it for a while, but Sandstorm has been on top of it for the past little bit. But it's the thing where when you're at the top, it's harder to figure out how to improve.
Right.
Because you're already there, you're the best. You know, how do I get better from here? And it's really everyone else saying they're studying you. They're trying to figure out, how do I beat this guy? He's a target to beat. He has a huge target on his back.
Everybody that wants to spar with you, everybody that wants to practice with you is ultimately trying to take your position on the top. And it's weird. It's interesting for me to say that there's almost this like relief when you get dethroned as on your own top, because you no longer have that expectation of having to win every single tournament, being the one person that everybody's looking at and going like, you are the one that I'm trying to take down. And Sandstorm has been doing an amazing job throughout the year of 2019, since BCX 2018, maintaining that dominance, and he wants to continue with it. But every event, as you said, the pressure becomes more and more definite.
Right. And it's also one of those things where you feel as if even when you lose, like I've seen the story of so many a top player, whether it's in some kind of sport or some other esport even, that once they get to the top and then they lose that one tournament, everyone's like, oh, so-and-so is washed.
Yep, so
they were
done.
never good.
It's like, oh, yeah, well,
like, there's no winning with the spectators, so you kind of have to do it for yourself and figure out what keeps you playing. You know what I mean? The love of the game. Is it something that a goal you want to achieve? Sandstorm probably fairly comfortable sitting at the top, man. I mean, definitely makes a pretty penny, but also he even put a tweet out the other day where, you know, he got tired of people comparing this to other platform fighters. He's saying, do as well as I do in this game and then tell me about it. Because let me tell you, sparring with Sandstorm,
it's rough.
Yeah. It's definitely not a...
It can be tough. It's a learning experience, and depending on how much you enjoy learning experiences, it's either really fun or really brutal.
There's very few people can give you a beatdown like...
And so he's opening up with a character that he didn't play against Cody Travis. So he went Mordex the entire time when Cody Travis was able to take him down. And Sandstorm has been experimenting and performing and winning with a lot of canon legends, whether it's Len Fei or Zol. I'm not sure if we've seen him play... I think those are the only 2 that he's been playing with, but it depends on whether or not he wants that higher dexterity in the guitars or just the raw strength of Zol being the highest force legend in the game.
Yeah, it's not even close. My man can go ahead, switch that stance up, go for the 10
and then
if
Simba,
really feeling it.
Simba's one of the players in the glow up, as you were talking about, right? We've had Hui, we've had Ethan, but now Simba and Santi as a team and also as players have been doing a lot better, and now he finds himself in top 12 fighting against Sandstorm to hold on to his tournament life as we're going to game number 1 on Mammoth Fortress. Sandstorm opening up the cannon, no Mordex in sight. And then it's Hori from Simba.
And that's the thing, man, that set force on the D-Light from the cannon is going to lead to a lot of repression coming out from Sandstorm. There we go, already starting off with that guaranteed conversion into that down air. And if he gets a string going like this one,
man,
it's not a good time. And we've seen that several times throughout this tournament, that down signature is just so hard to deal with.
Yeah, Len Fei down signature has different properties depending if you hit it on the stage or off stage. The dragon will either come out of the ground or it will just go off to bite anybody that's trying to hang on to the side of the stage for purchase. And it can take off your stocks incredibly early and just apply so much pressure that it forces you to recover high all the time. And it can be kind of like what we saw with Kostlix, where he was like trying to get somebody used to going high so they can get them later on. Usually gets punished though, and Simba with the recovery is keeping this quite even. Sandstorm tosses the guitars away, picks up the cannon, but no! Interrupted, and Simba just barely doesn't get the KO off the top. Weapon toss stops Simba from being able to take out that stock, and that Sair bounces him off the platform. Can he get it? Oh, Sandstorm knocked away, and that Sair will do it. Simba with the lead in game number 1 against Sandstorm.
Simba already off to a strong start here, and Sandstorm, of course, you know, trying to hang on here. Granted, starting off your first set of the day, going down and losing the first stock, definitely not where he wants to be, but gets the guaranteed conversion with the D-Light into the neutral air. So, you know, doing what works. It's one of the nice kind of fail-safes you have. We were talking before about how, you know, you have the D-Light recovery with the sword and how some other weapons have these kill confirms. Cannon is one of those weapons where you always have that to fall back on.
Oh, man. neutral airs and down six are coming out, and then Simba's just being taken across the stage. D-Light side air puts him off stage to the weapon toss. Excellent follow-up, but no, Sandstorm's able to stare back to safety. The down sig just goes a little bit too low. You can't aim the move when it comes to the down signature. It always bites down beneath the stage. Oh! Punished again for that neutral signature in the D-Light. The side air can't get him off of that neutral sig. The Torii neutral sig just brings him up in the air. Doesn't allow Sandstorm to punish it, and Sandstorm a little bit of a deficit once again. If Simba's able to find this KO finisher, he can bring him down to his last stock in game number 1. Recovery disarms him. D-Light recovery will definitely do it.
Okay, it looks like this has been a very, not landslidey, but convincing from Simba every single time he's confirmed these KOs. I'm not like, oh, wow, that was lucky. I'm like, no, he got that. That was definitely well-earned and respected. And we finally see a neutral sig come out from Sandstorm. I've been waiting for that, because especially when we saw him go for those D6 by the ledge a lot, I'm like, oh, he's conditioning him that for next time, he's going to try to recover high and kill him with the neutral sig. But it looks like both KOs thus far have been through racking up damage and then going for that guaranteed conversion with that D-Light into the neutral air.
Yeah, D-Light neutral air, very powerful move that's able to take out opponents at red and can confirm off the down line, like you said. Cannon has a very great options for making the KO as long as you can get that slamming downwards move with the down light. As you see Sandstorm just trying to open it up again. Maybe get a dodge read to be able to carry his opponent all the way off the stage. If you lose your dodge against Cannon, it can be kind of terrifying, no matter how much damage you've taken.
And he's going to go ahead and go back to the wall, tries to regain center. Looks like Simba fighting his way back, and Sandstorm has made this even very quickly, but he's be careful on his way down. Going to pick up the cannon after launching it to cover his way back down, but yet Simba still being oppressive. Sandstorm dodging through, not giving him a chance, and still going for that down sig, just checking Simba, making sure do not forget about this.
Oh, man. Neutral airs him off the side of the stage, goes for the down sig, and Simba's avoided it. He's cleverly avoided all of those things, and Sandstorm's very close to losing the stock. Recovery goes high. Simba just needs to find that one downlight stare on spear or sword. Either weapon works. If he gets the recovery, he can work too. Sandstorm on the guitars is getting that downlight. No, neutral light hits. Brings Simba deeper into the orange.
No
the
way.
haymaker does it. It's Sandstorm.
No way.
With a tilt of the head. Concedes game number 1 over to Simba.
Sandstorm
Simba.
probably feeling the same way I do. Like, you really just did that? I was like, oh, okay, I guess. Okay.
It takes a lot of courage to be able to throw out an unarmed side stick like that. Sticking to the Lin Fei.
Yeah, a little bit of looks like a skin swap, but man, just kind of ran forward, and looks like my man Simba, he's like, okay, let's get it going.
He knows it's not over yet.
The one thing with beating, or with Sandstorm losing to anyone, right? The fact that he even lost to Cody Travis actually gives this hidden momentum to anyone that he has to play from that point forward.
He's vulnerable.
Right? Because like, oh, there's cracks in that defense.
Right.
There's something I can exploit here and find a victory off of. So it's up to Sandstorm to say, hold on, never count me out, never sleep.
Oh, down air, neutral air. Bounces Sandstorm off, and Simba, even with the tactical skin swap, right? It's not working out too well. Oh, it goes for the ground pound, but Sandstorm fighting off stage with guitars isn't finding anything, and Simba just goes back to the spear, or the shovel in this case.
Yeah. Go ahead, rocking that Shovel Knight crossover, probably. But with that said, man, even Sandstorm just getting swatted out. I really feel like the spear is doing so much for Simba. Honestly, he's able to kind of occupy the space that seems to be difficult for Sandstorm to deal with. You know, doesn't have the range for the guitars, and even with the cannon, kind of has to throw himself at Simba in order to get anything. And sure, when he does, it looks great. He gets strings like that. But when he doesn't, he's getting hit by neutral lights, he's getting hit by Sayers, he's getting spaced out in the spear. Such a potent weapon. I can't even believe that weapon toss hit so late.
Yeah, the spear. Quite a wide weapon, when I was surprised as well on the way back down. Just got hit by the spit of the shovel. Now, evened up in damage. Can't get the recovery. Simba trying to go for that dip down recovery. But the neutral signature from Sandstorm, such a quick move coming out on like 3 or 4. Just being able to take him off the top of the amazing. I mean, that's just a really beautiful move.
Yeah, oh my God.
Lin Fei signatures.
To the Brawlhalla team.
Yeah.
So that one, we're going for a ride.
Oh, and that's what I'm talking about, those dodges. That you have to be so careful. And Sandstorm's found a lot of momentum off that KO. He's brought something in the orange. And again, side stick, the haymaker out of neutral, just catches Sandstorm on the landing and takes him flying.
Yeah, apparently it looks like Simba just has some sort of read as to where Sandstorm likes to place himself when he's grounded on the base platform. Because that's the thing, when you're playing Cannon, you're not going to be jumping super a lot, and even if you are, it's so you can fast fall and go into the side air and be grounded. So that's going to be where he's going to be able to catch Sandstorm a lot. It's going to be on the base platform. It's kind of similar to Lance, where they're always going to be dashing back and forth because they want to be grounded. That's how they get their startups. That's how they get their downlights, their sidelights. So Sandstorm finally confirming KO there with that neutral sig, but if Simba is able to compete with Sandstorm on the base platform, he'll be able to go ahead and secure another game for himself.
Ooh. Try to open up that downlight. Simba brings him off stage. The Man Fortress platform rises at the wrong moment for Simba. Oh, and that's there. Gets back on stage, and Sandstorm just waits, trying to get the right read. Simba's unfazed by the patience of Sandstorm and just cuts him with that down sig.
And that down sig always having that property where kind of Tori does like a little backflip, kind of space around. Oh, you're gonna do how to move? I'm gonna backflip out the way in true ninja fashion, and then counter hit with the strike of my own. But even with that said, Sandstorm has pretty much lapped Simba at this point. Simba needs to find an answer ASAP, and it doesn't look like it's gonna be this game because Sandstorm is unrelenting with the pressure. Just needed one game to put it all together.
Side of the round goes with recovery, sends Sandstorm flying high, but Sandstorm's on the verge of being able to take this 2-stock over Simba if he can make it back to the stage. But no, the sider will confirm it. No, wait, he's got cannon. He can just sider all the way back. He does make it back, and the recovery still is a KO. Sandstorm miraculously living. And the weapon toss.
What, are you kidding me?
Oh,
no.
What are with these weapon throws from Sandstorm? I cannot believe it. Sandstorm takes a 2-stock out of nowhere, treating that second stock as if it was his last stock all the way back to the stage, being able to use this cannon sider for momentum, and then with that weapon toss, just catching Simba off guard into that finisher. We see it right there. Recovery still isn't able to do it. Just bounces off the stage.
And I love that recovery too, man. Like, because he did 2 immediate side airs, and you would think, oh wow, he's just kind of mashing side air. I'm assuming the next side air is going to come out immediately after the second one, and he decided to dodge, drift to the stage, and then do a delayed side air. So it really mixed up the timing for Simba. Was probably expecting Sandstorm to be somewhere else, but Sandstorm still putting these layers to his recovery game for his opposition to look out for. Now, Small Enigma, I feel like we haven't even seen Small. Oh, Spitfire looking like Ragnar. Take a page out of his book.
Yeah, first time we saw Sandstorm use the guitar signatures in that fashion.
With that said, side light coming out from Sandstorm. He's going to go ahead and hold the edge there. Tries to go for another D-Sig. It has been his strategy. Has been throwing out a lot, but a beautiful extended conversion from Simba. Trying to extend that into the neutral sig as well. Won't find it, but got a pretty good chunk of damage. Keeping up with Sandstorm this time around. You did see Sandstorm was able to pull ahead and then stay ahead. So it's really going to be on Simba here to make sure that he doesn't allow Sandstorm at any point to get too much of a lead, because it clearly showed that Sandstorm knew how to extend the stock.
Right. Boom, neutral sig goes unpunished, and on Small Enigma, Sandstorm at a little bit of a deficit. Sidelight and the recovery does not connect. Downlight, down air, neutral sig, Simba sent flying into a weapon toss, 4-piece combo. Can Sandstorm go off stage? Will he pull off the Ragnar tech skill? Let's see it. Oh no, he puts it in the neutral sig instead. Maybe expecting Simba to dodge onto the stage. He can catch a lot of people, because sometimes just to get the jumps back, you just want to be able to touch as soon as possible.
Right.
Didn't get the read at the right time. Gravity cancel neutral light, sends him flying off the left.
And that's the thing too. Everyone has their kind of. Oh, he's dead. Yeah.
What a bait! It's the first time we've seen him after the down sig not just dash back in place, but go straight for the neutral light to be able to catch him. Simba was getting so comfortable avoiding the move and getting back to stage afterwards that it ended up causing his death. And Sandstorm, with the recovery towards the top of the stage, goes to the weapon toss, and the ground pound goes straight into a neutral light from Sandstorm, blasting with the cannon twice in a row, left and right on the stage, and the recovery still doesn't do it. Sandstorm is doing so much better here in game number 3 than he did in game 1, and Simba is struggling to find any ground.
And this is exactly what I was scared of, man. I said if, Sandstorm is the one to get the first KO. Look how much damage he's already racked up on his Simba. Just because he got the first KO, he's able to get those extended cannon strings with relative ease versus every player I've ever seen him go up against. You get that down light, you get the down air guaranteed, and then you just kind of convert that into as much as you can to get the dodge.
Man.
But at first you don't succeed. Try again. He's a little tank engine that could. Sandstorm hitting him with a neutral sig.
So a little bit about the sidelight, right? We were talking about like the changes that happen in guitars. Sidelight now is true into a little bit more things, but it's not true into the neutral sig. But I feel like if you're good about it, right, you can condition people to be like, oh well, you're going to sidelight in a neutral light because that's what's going to happen. That's the only thing that can be confirmed. So players aren't buffering the dodge; they're waiting for something different. But Sandstorm tries to throw with a neutral sig. Oh, the recovery just takes him off the right side of the stage. Amazing play from him, but. Oh, wow, 530 damage to 278. Yeah. But as I was saying, the reason why I feel like those 2 sidelight neutral sigs worked, because they were back-to-back, it's because a lot of players are just accepting. If they get hit by a guitar sidelight, whatever's coming after is going to be true. They're not even going to bother dodge.
Exactly. You're waiting for it. You're like, all right, I'm going to get hit by either the neutral light or the D light, and then I'll time my dodge off then, or if I want to dodge, that's what they're thinking about. But if you cut it a little bit short, and you say, you know what? I hope you're on your toes, because I'm just going to do an end sig right now. And especially if you get the first time, probably not even doing it again.
And opening up with those blasts from the nair after nair, keeping Simba on the air. And Simba's been having so much trouble getting on the ground. Oh, man. Recovery puts him off the side of the stage, and that Nair comes out again.
Oh,
2 Nairs in a row.
God.
We'll get a third one. Oh, man, it's just unstoppable cannon fire. Celebrating the 4th of July a little bit too early.
We still got a few days left, Sandstorm. Slow it down, but that's the thing, too. When Sandstorm has the cannon in hand, it looks like...
the side sig?
Like, how does he make the character look so quick?
I have no idea.
You know what I mean? Like,
he is running in a deck stance, so I think he has like 8 or 9 dexterity.
Okay,
so
yeah.
That might have something to do with it. The moves are about as fast as possible when it comes to cannon moves on a legend, but oof.
Even with his movement, Sandstorm just completely skating on ice here, slipping and sliding around the stage. The weapon toss immediately into the guitars. You can feel that it's so hard for Simba to get some ground here. It feels like he's just in the vortex that is Sandstorm. He's getting caught up in the web.
And the ground pound comes out. Sandstorm goes all the way to the right to avoid the dive kick. And wow, just barely touched that ramp on the biograde hole. That's not going to help you. Sandstorm just tactically managed to get it, but oh man, the neutral link misses. Goes to the swap, the sidelight so quick. Sandstorm with the 3 stock to 1 lead.
Simba, what can you do? Every single moment he tries to answer back, he ends up whiffing, and Sandstorm gets even more damage on him. Simba going off stage with the unarmed. Oh no!
The down stick finally
no.
hits. The weapon toss goes forward. And oh no! Sandstorm got the dive.
What is
Wait,
this?
That gimp worked. He did a gravity cancel downlight. And it interrupted whatever jump or recovery Simba was doing, and then he just didn't have anything left, so they both just fell. And all Sandstorm had to do was avoid getting hit by Simba, so that the chase dodge didn't happen. So look, we'll see it. I want to see that because I'm pretty sure that's what happened.